Okay, finally, yesterday we saw what transpired in the court of law, in the High Court in Abuja yesterday, where, Justice Omotosho, tore, the evidence, of the Nigeria
Government.
and the fake DSS witness.
Yeah.
No, he said, no, this is not a concrete evidence from the DSS. And at the same time, they went for trial. And what we later found out that what Nnamdi Kanu was vindicated and was, exonerated as regards what the DSS forcing him to say what he was not supposed to say and write what he was not supposed to write, back then when the DSS, apprehended him. What does this mean going forward for Nnamdi Kanu? Because we know that it's already 1-0 up against the Nigeria government.
I'm telling you that what actually transpired, why reasons, behind DSS forcing Nnamdi Kanu words he did not supposed to say out of his mouth was due to tyranny. Tyrannical system of government. A tyrant was in government then. The tyrant that was in government then was General Muhammad Buhari. He actually hit Igbo with passion. That's why he rolled out tanks. Military operation was embarked on Igbo land and actually invaded Nnamdi Kanu's compound. That wasn't enough until they rearrested him again in Nigeria. That was in 2017. Yeah. They released him in 2017, was arrested in 2015, stayed until 2017 and came out. His case was pending. They went on military operation on his father's compound, which brought about the death of his mother and his father. They died as a result of what? Emotional trauma, psychological trauma. Two of them died. So when you hold me on gunpoint, you can force me to say certain things I don't want to say. Actually, the court has actually found out that Nnamdi Kanu, whatever he said as an incitement and other things that the DSS wrote down about the let me say, exhibit he chipped into Nigeria as in radio, whatever materials from abroad and other things were not true. Nigeria is good on intimidation. The DSS actually, out of Durex, bullied Nnamdi Kanu into saying what he did not supposed to say. I'm telling you that anybody in his own position could do that. A government that is bet on lie. Muhammad Buhari ruled Nigeria from his second coming, from 2015 to 2023. He was telling us lies until the last day. Redesigning of Naira, lies. He wanted to redesign Naira so that Tinubu could not win election. Tinubu himself said they act like Mugu. Because the resigning of Naira was against him, for him to lose. Now he's ignorating Buhari. Buhari is ignorating him. That's why I'm telling you that liars are in charge in this country. Nnamdi Kanu case charges, allegation against him has been struck out because court has found out want of evidence in his case that DSS are not coming forth with concrete evidences. What they are coming with are fabricated lies, treachery, falsified allegations, statement written on Durex, and the statement made by the accused was based on Durex. They forced it out of him because actually they believe this one, we have caught him. He is no more. We will deal with him. He's an Igbo man. Not knowing that the man is more intelligent than they are. Nnamdi Kanu, you see, is an institution today. Yes, people are beginning to respect and don't know him because he actually outsmarted Nigerian courts. He lectured them on Nigerian constitution, even international law. He was lecturing. Anytime he goes to the court, he goes with documents backing all his statements, his petitions, with documents. He petitions the court on any time he goes. Accuse the court, telling the court what the court lacks. Nigerian judiciary has become a stooge. An international chain that has enveloped our legal system. Today is the Nigerian judiciary. The court is no longer independent. Why? Department of Executive, that is Asorok, is in control of the court. That's judiciary has now become a small baby where the executive is. It can never happen in America. Not in Western Europe. Each and every government department should be independent of each other. That is when we can get what we want in a democratic setup. But you see, kleptocracy is a system of government whereby the executive, the office of the presidency, is giving breastfeeding the legislature, nursing the judiciary, thereby taking laws into their hands. The office of the executive, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Major General Buhari, they are all taking laws into their hands. Many things were not normal, properly done within the venue of legality during Buhari's administration. Many were denied financial incentives. They won many legal suits against federal government, amounting to billions. Federal government under Buhari could not pay because they believe that they are above the law. What are we saying? Nnamdi Kanu has actually won. The winning streak is progressively going on and on and on. See, if he's going there again, he will dazzle the whole world because all of them will jump window. Not through the gates. Everybody, both security agents, everybody will jump window and run. Because the man is a man of sanity. He's not a madman. What we see in various courts today is madness going on everywhere. Someone will steal, you will cover it up because he backs it politically, maybe he campaign for you. Someone will read engineering, read petrochemical, you employ a lawyer and put it there because the lawyer helped you to do campaign. It shouldn't be in a political democratic setup. You go into where you are fitting. Yeah, where you fit in, where you can perform. You know law, they give you attorney general, you work in judiciary. You know petrochemical, you are professional. You should go to NNPC. Go to petrochemical today. The only person you will see there is a man that read about what? What do you call it? Engineer. Electrical engineer. Yes. They will say, take care of bulb, take care of cable. They don't have sense. Go to Ministry of Work, you will see a lawyer there. A lawyer was once holding Ministry of Work and Minister of Power. Fachola, you know, under Buhari, 2 portfolios. Fachola read law. Fachola went to that department, that ministry.
Was that not too cumbersome?
Oga, wait. Too cumbersome. His hair turned to white. Fachola become an elderly man immediately because where they posted
He's not an elderly man.
Fachola is not an elderly man. Fachola is a very young man. Fachola turned to 85-year-old man because that job was too ardent for him to handle. He's not versatile on that kind of field. He's a lawyer. I don't know what to understand. So everything is not going the right way in Nigeria, and we've seen how God of Abraham, Chineke, Okikabiame, Joel, Nonyelo, Nnamdi Kanu. He is with Kanu. Kanu, a prayerful man, a man that has actually scattered court yesterday. Great victory for him, and because God's hand is upon his life. Let us just check what actually transpired in 2021. June, precisely, to be precise, I think June, 21st June. Nnamdi Kanu was intercepted at Nairobi, Kenya. Extrajudiciary, they brought him into Nigeria. Should it be like that? It is against international law. You don't kidnap somebody, whether now your child or another person's child. It is not done anywhere in the world. You follow the due process, you follow the international law, you follow the local law. You have no right to abduct him. And today, this current administration is turning it upside down as if they have right to kidnap. You are the same thing with bandits. That's why I see numbers of bandits in the north increasing. Because Nigeria is their playing game, their play field. Yes, it's a kidnapping field. That's why all manners of kidnappers are coming from Sahel country into Nigeria where law doesn't work. Law is not applicable in this kind of society. They turn laws upside down. That's why they operate anyhow. After all, Nigeria government kidnaps. That's why all the Sahel Fulanis are here, kidnapping and asking for ransom. You don't know what is happening. Yes. What you are doing will say a lot about you and what is happening all around you. It's a kidnapping government and the Kanu has won. You don't kidnap from Nairobi a Nigerian because you are in government, when we don't have such extradition power with Kenya. And if we do, you follow the normal document to listen and listen good. If we have such pact or treaty with Kenya, does not mean you will you will just swoop on Nigerian you met on the street of Nairobi and they abduct him. No, the government should know there are processes of doing that. Documents to sign. Yes, and the court must hear it. The judiciary of that country, they must go through them. From the security agencies, the police, to the court. From the court, both countries will be what? Having consensus over that issue until the deal is sealed. Then you can bring the accused in. But Nnamdi Kanu was just abducted. The way bandits are kidnapping, Nigerian government is a bandit for committing that kind of crime of inhumanity, a crime against humanity, against Nnamdi Kanu. That's why you see Nnamdi Kanu playing all manners of I know more than this country in the court, and the whole court's attendants, legal teams, legal councils of both sides, federal and the Nnamdi Kanus, are applauding him. He has Nigerian court on his head. He has international law, charter with United Nations in his head. So that's why you see him coming out in flying color each and any time he goes to court. And as I'm talking to you now, Nnamdi Kanu has many incentives to collect. That was when he finished. By the time he finishes with Nigeria, Nigeria will take him back to Kenya, Nairobi, Kenya, and they meet Kenya and say this is what we come for. Kenya and Nigeria will settle among themselves. Listen, and Kenya will pay money, Nigeria will pay money.
Is this a prophecy? Is this a prophecy?
Not prophecy, that's law. No, you don't know, you know they follow up. Supreme Court said they should take him back.
But this in Nigeria will do it, and Nigeria
what do you mean? Why should Nigeria do it? What do you mean Nigeria will do it? So when they say take him back to Kenya, you leave him.
But they said have they perfected the
there's nothing like perfect. Nobody send them to go and steal. Nnamdi Kanu send them, say make they go thief from Kenya. You know what I'm saying? The thief Kanu from Kenya.
But they don't want to return them now.
They don't want to return them for what? There is international law. If you don't want to return them, you return it by force. What do you mean? Nnamdi Kanu has lawyers. They can go outside Nigeria. Do you know that? ECOWAS is there. They must implement it too. Do you not know that there are many court contempts going on in Nigeria as I'm talking to you now? It is ECOWAS that always implements every libel suit won against Nigerian nation. Nigeria doesn't pay. It is ECOWAS court that forces them to pay it. What are you saying? You have ECOWAS there, you have AU court. You have United Nations Court. ICC. Nigeria is having many cases at ICC. They are criminals. It's a criminal nation. What are you saying? How could you kidnap somebody from Kenya? Then you expect ECOWAS to come and rub cream on your body. ECOWAS will come and do their own. As the Nnamdi Kanu case is a complex one. Nigeria is burying their faces on chain. If they free him as a Nnamdi Kanu, not here. After freeing him, you take him back there. That is international law. You must actually do it. As a culprit, Nigeria is a culprit. Kanu is winning. The winning streak is going on. That's why, of course, I said we don't need to be interacting so much in Nigeria as one nation. Nigeria is a multinational entity. Over 1,000 to 2,000 ethnicities or nationalities living together in Nigeria, where they have different traditions and cultures. Even religions should not be what? Overlooked. It's not a single country. So what we are embarking on now is international law and local law must have its ways. Two of them, they must take their course. Because Nigeria violated him, and you can see the winning streak. He is winning. He won. And Simon Ekpa, coincidentally, is a simultaneous thing. He's winning in Finland. It's a simultaneous blessing for both men.
Simultaneous blessing.
Yes, for both men.
Okay, but do you not think that a lot of people have come out and said that what Justice Omotosho, from what Nnamdi Kanu did to Binta Nyako, maybe I've seen that Omotosho now knows that Nnamdi Kanu is a no joke, case. Yes. With this now,
small case.
With this now, do you think that Omotosho will do the needful with him?
Omotosho has struck out the witnesses of whatever the federal government has come forward with. As I'm talking to you now, no charges against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Final release, he has fixed the date after warning federal government to prepare their houses well. That they are coming with irrelevant witnesses and testimonies. So I don't think why you are putting that question. Whether Omotosho will do the needful. Who is Omotosho? Is Omotosho above the law? Omotosho is an actor, is a commentator of law. He can only interpret the law and exactly how it is. Failure to do so, none that one. The same justice is the same justice Binta Nyako is. I don't know whether you understand me. So nobody is bigger in law. It depends on how you interpret it. If you interpret below, he will excuse himself and save himself, his legacy. Yes, and integrity. Which of course you seen how Binta Nyako absconded. Very, very that is distancing himself for a very, very long time. He's no longer nearing the court because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has actually disgraced him. A chief judge or justice that doesn't know the law, he absconded. He actually rescued himself from disgrace and international shame. Same thing applicable to James Omotosho. Omotosho is avoiding what? Shame. For his legal legacy to remain on his name. If he backs down from legal practitioner, he has to do the needful, as Binta Nyako did. But if you actually understand that he values integrity, pedigree, and legacy, listen, he should do the needful. He should read it loud that no law is holding you. Federal government is going to pay you your financial incentives. 1, for abducting you. 3, for detaining and delaying you for 10 years now. Kanu has been subjected to that kind of psychological trauma that has no equation in history, in the history of Nigeria. Someone is standing trial for felony, treasonable felony he did not commit for 10 years. Is it easy? They subject him to that kind of pain. He must be what compensated with financial incentives. What are we saying? Willy-nilly, meaning whether they like it or not.
Okay, thank you very much.
You are welcome. If you know clean, okay. This place is clear. I saw it.